welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway, qualifying underway for the Arc Music Xfinity Series, presented by our friend Mr. Ghostman Travis Martin. Out here having some fun tonight. Hayden's with me up in the booth tonight. Hayden, what do you think about this beautiful facility?
I hate this racetrack. This is a mile and a half I could never get a hold of.
Interesting. You seem to be like anti-everything people like.
Well, I like me, and a lot of people don't like me.
Fair enough.
So that makes sense.
Shenandoah Shines, Brad Wilson out here. He was fastest in practice, so we're watching his qualifying effort right now. Go on board the roof of this 51 Ford. I think it's Ford. Guessing.
No, I think that is he in a Ford?
It could be a Chevy. It's got a
Chevy-ish.
Chevy-ish.
Is running a Chevy. I think he's in a Chevy.
It's got a Chevy-ish nose. I'm on board, so I can't tell very well.
No, Brad Wilson is in a Ford. The rest of Shenandoah Shine, Wolfenbarg is in a Chevy. They're all sorts of a mess.
Ha! I was right. Lap number 1 goes on the board. Grant Harrell the fastest so far. We saw Brad Wilson running right at the wall.
Grant Harrell about 3/10 off with the fastest lap in practice.
This time he's down right by the blue line. Got heat in those tires, getting some traction coming off turn number 4. We'll see where this lap goes for Brad Wilson. I think it's a good one.
To the top.
Right to the top of the board.
29.747. And immediately passed by teammate Garrett Wolfenbarger with a 29.740.
I promise you they're at the top of the board. The leaderboard doesn't want to show the top person right now. But I promise you, Garrett Wolfenbarger right there in the 32 is your current top of the board leader. He'll bring it down to a stop. Let's see who else is out on track. Travis Martin, Trenton Sneed. Trenton clocks in 7th. It's Grantley Poole in his second lap. First one was 9th quick. Davis Greenwell goes to 7th. It's like Poole stayed down in 13th. Did not improve much that second lap. Carson Bechtel goes up to 4th in the 59, then disappears from where we can show him. There he is. He's still getting in. He's already crossed the line on his second lap, but he's still digging. Now he's going to back it down. Now he's got in the pit lane. There's your 4th place car right now. Trenton out there getting some extra practice in the Trail Technologies machine. Michael Deach got a Wheel-In Patriotic machine out there. It's Patriotic night to night. There's Poole. 20 cars have qualified. Kenneth Stout now 21st. That's Trevor Trago who jumps ahead of him. There's Trevor, the black and red wanted goons machine. Lucas, 18th on his first lap, tells me he was getting the tires heated up that first run. Now he is on his heater lap in that Ford Mustang. See what Lucas can put down.
Beautiful patriotic 712 brakes Ford Mustang.
I don't know how people do it. I don't know. The 712 just, it's so unnatural to me. I want a 712 all the time.
And he does pick up, and he goes top of the board.
Look at that
Lucas
jump.
Moitzma. The fastest lap we've seen all night so far at 29.692.
Made it when it counted. Giglio clocks in 7th. John Garrett to the stripe in the 66. See where he goes. Only the 22nd. As you said, more of a long run guy. Let's see who else we have out there. Scott's just sitting on the pit lane. Quinn Newton. Boy, that paint scheme looks real identical to that guy on the front row, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? I wonder where they got those schemes at.
Maybe that
Those of you
LH...
that don't get the joke. Lucas Hoytsma paints all those race cars, so that would be Lucas, Quinn Newton. I'm pretty sure he painted the 16 of Blake Giglio, and Joe Munchell's around on the front straightaway. Not in a Lucas Hoytsma painted race car.
I was trying to tell you that the LH Design logo on the side of that car would tell you who did it. Trenton's backwards in his pit box. Cliff
Mullen's going to come around and complete his second lap.
Stole my colors.
He's going to jump up to 14th. 30.028.
That should be our last car to qualify. 36 cars for 38 spots, so everyone makes the race. Should be a good time. All right, who are you picking to win this thing?
I think this is going to be Brad Wilson's night. I think he's going to finally put it all together. Brad Wilson's going to get himself a win.
I don't know why he said finally put it all together. There's plenty of wins this season. Ah, this guy. This is amateur hour.
Absolutely.
All right, let's
Thank you for noticing.
Run through our starting lineup very slowly while we wait for people to get on track. So far, we can only tell you Lucas Hoyts was on the pole in his 712 Brakes Ford Mustang. Look at that beautiful machine that we get plenty of up-close coverage of while we wait for those Shenandoah Shine Guards.
Also, 10 out of 10 job on the spec map on that, Lucas. That looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's all those new things that you can do now.
Yeah, slight matte finish with those chrome numbers. Mwah, that's a great use of a spec map there.
We continue to wait for the Shenandoah Shine guys.
What else is great about this car we can compliment? It
has 4 tires, 20 lug nuts. That's my favorite thing.
20 lug nuts is a great feature.
It is.
It's got a spoiler. That's always.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice spoiler. It's not too tall. It's not too short. It's good size. Good size spoiler.
Perfectly. Looks like it's the exact size mandated by NASCAR, so it's always a good thing.
It's sponsored pretty well.
Nice it has 97. That's a good thing too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lucas, for matching the number on the race card or the one that you're assigned in iRacing.
Burn.
There are people that don't do that, so credit where credit's due.
Had that last race.
These
Shenandoah Shine guys, I swear, they're doing this on purpose at this point.
They do it every week.
It's like they just have no respect for broadcasters. That's what it is. There we go.
Oh, literally the last second.
Garrett Wolfenbarger in the 32 starts in second. And Brad Wilson will roll off third. Grant Harrell in fourth. Carson Bechtel in the Wannagoons machine in fifth. Zach Martinson, the Canada car, rolls off sixth. Blake Giglio, the 712 Brakes Chevrolet, starts in the 7th spot. Bill Rivard, his beautiful number 10 Fort Worth Screen Patriotic machine, starts in 8th. Brantley Bryant in the KD Designs Toyota starts in the 9th spot. Travis Martin, the Ghost Man, starts Folds of Honor Mustang in 10th.
Davis Greenwell 11th in the Wannagoon Chevrolet. 12th is Trenton Sneed in his beautiful Camaro. In 13th is Michael Dyke. I'm going to screw that name up.
It's like Beach.
Michael Beach. Yep, it's my bad. 37 to Cliff Mullins is going to start 14th. 15th is the Wheelin' Chevrolet of Cody Brown, starting to his outside. And then another 712 Brakes Chevrolet. Quinn Newton getting a lot of love here for his 712 Brakes brand. Sponsor of our Wednesday Night Cup Series. Starting 16th is Dave Hoytsma. 17th is the 29 of Kenneth Stout. 18th is the 26 of John Neckridge. 19th is the Wannagoon Chevrolet of Trevor Trago. And 20th is the 77 of Grantley Poole.
Quinn Newton starts 21st in his 712 Brakes Chevy. Then Andrew Beach, the Side Pipe Chevy, in 22nd. Daniel Wall in CTC Chevrolet, 23rd. John Garrett in Fort Worth Screen Chevy, 24th. Matt Benke was 25th. Now he's in the pit lane. Cody Cleaver should be 26th. There he is. Jeff Rachowski, 27th. Corey Deal, 28th. And Mike Edwards, 29th. Gatlin Downey is 30th.
31st, Jeremy Clapper Newell. 32nd, Joel Munchell. 33rd, Ashton Tackwell. 34th will be Noah Hamilton, who doesn't look like... 34th is Scott Elston, sorry. 35th, William Ashburn. And then 36th, Noah Hamilton, who doesn't look like he's in the session. Here we go!
That was fun.
That was fun.
Lucas Hoytsma, Garrett Wolfenbarger lead him to turn number 1. Wilson shoving the 97 of Hoytsma's. Those Mustangs trying to work on the inside to get to the lead.
Go side by side for that front spot. Wolfenbarger now going to slide back to that second row. Hoytsma clear out in front as Wilson starts to blink. Wolfenbarger with the run out down off of the outside is going to clear in the second as they head into turn 3.
Plenty of guys dropping towards the back. Didn't want to be up towards the front and mid-pack, so they decided to drop to the back, including Trevor Trago. Battles all over the place. Top part of the field is settled out through the top 6. Then Brantley Bryant. You have Davis Greenwell, Travis Martin side by side across the line for the 8th position. We'll follow that battle back to turn 1.
Are starting to get slowly single file, even though they are quite nose to tail. Lucas Hoytsma clear out in front of the lead. No issues there. Still Wolfenbarger in second. Wilson falling back to 4th as he gets passed by Grant Harrell into turn 3.
Grant Harrell has shown early speed in a lot of these runs where he would really not care about the tire conservation too much and push early on. We'll see if he sticks to that strategy or not, but right now he's already pushed up to the 3rd spot and closing in on Garrett Wolfenbarger for 2nd.
Everyone else in that top 5 is known heavily for drivers that are able to save their tires, and Charlotte is a track that will eat up the tires a lot quicker than you expect. I, for one, was never able to figure it out, and Lucas and Blake would always have my ass later in runs. And so far, they've got the short run speed, and they might have the long run speed too.
On board with the 22 as he's run down the top two machines, Wolfenbarger and Hoytsma out front. Carell may have listened to the broadcast because for the moment he has actually settled in behind them and not looking to pass. We'll see how long it takes for the 22 to decide against that strategy and try to move up.
We've already lost Michael Edwards in this race. He is a start and park as they are looking side by side back in the pack. I believe that was Bill Rivard who settled back in the line.
Right behind the 20 of Davis Greenwell in the Wannagoons car. Now looking to the inside once again. The 10 trying to get by the 20.
He is indeed there this time. The lower line is going to protect your tires for longer, but the outside lane does have a little bit of traction compound in it from iRacing and can be fast on a short run, but the trade-off there is it is harder on the tires. You will absolutely eat through that right front in a hurry as Trenton Snead looks to the inside of Grant Harrell now.
Davis Greenwell.
Greenwell.
Davis going backwards here. He's lost a few spots. Trenton getting to the inside now of the 20. The 52's out of shape. Travis Martin may have made contact with him. Now we go three wide.
Through the middle, three wide. There goes Davis Greenwell through the middle, three wide. Trenton
Really
Snead didn't want any part of that.
Stacked up big time there.
Trenton Snead despises three wide moves early in the race.
Cliff Mullins right in the middle of all that as well. Cody Brown on the 17. So much red, white, and blue special paints this week. You love to see people participating in the theme weeks. Cliff working on the 80 of Michael Deach. Deach cuts the throttle up on the outside and actually gets to the outside of Travis Martin. It's the 80 car using that outside line that we had talked about earlier. It works on a short run, but it will wear your tires out quicker, and you will regret going up there if you do it too much.
Cliff Mullins still working to the inside of that 80 machine. Two Chevrolets through the second dog leg and into turn number one. Cliff gonna have the preferred line here. Deach up the racetrack a little bit. That's gonna allow Cliff to get clear for the 12th position.
Tight pack here is... It's like Blake Giglio. Hard to get used to that paint scheme. Zach Margison and Bill Rivard just ahead of them. Brad Wilson. They were all bunched up bumper to bumper briefly there, but Wilson's starting to pull away again. Drop back through the field. There's Deach. He's gotten single file. John Garrett's gotten clear of the battle he was in. So now it's Quinn Newton and Dave Hoytsma, low drag teammates, side by side as the 29 Kenneth Stout gets out of shape. John Garrett gets to his outside. What's up, Fitz? Welcome on in, my friends. Broadcasting.
Garrett, I believe, had to lift slightly for the 29 of Kenneth Stout.
Yeah, he got to his outside. Kenneth has been a bit out of shape.
That's not just a tonight comment either. Dave Hoytsma looking to the inside of the now vulnerable John Garrett. And Quinn Newton looking to the outside of Dave Hoytsma.
A lot of action back and back. Someone sideways. I believe that may have been the 95 of Clapper Newell. He saved the race car, but he came out of turn two completely sideways. Shocked we didn't get a caution out of that situation. Meanwhile, up front, as we mentioned, the 22 has pushed those tires all the way to the lead. Miller Lite Ford out in front. Lucas Hoytsma settled in second. Garrett Wolfenbarger a bit distant in third now, 3/4 of a second behind Hoytsma.
This is something we're pretty used to with Lucas Hoytsma, though. He'll push a little bit harder that first run, kind of learn what he can and can't do, and then he's really good at reeling it back behind that line for that long run speed later in these races. And with this being 120 laps, we're just now finishing lap 11, so we're not even 10% of the way through this yet, and lots of time for Lucas to learn.
We have the 10 of Rivard up to the 6th spot. Let's take a look at our biggest movers so far. Jeff Prochatsky is up 9 from his starting spot. Prochatsky trying to find him back in 18th. Not used to him in a 36 car. Shows as a 5 on the screen at least, so we can check him out that way. But he is up 9 spots, and Scott Elston up 8. Made his way to 27th so far in that number 85. Carson Bechtel on the wrong end of things. He's gone down the opposite direction, down the lists. Actually, I think that was just because of the the scoreboard issue where we can't draw all 40 cars. If you'd like us to draw all 40 cars, please, oh please, send me a graphics card update. That's why we can't see them. My graphics card can't handle all that.
We can get Swiss of 4090. We'll be sitting pretty for these broadcasts.
You will see everything.
Everything in excruciating detail in HD.
So when you fuck up, we'll know.
Exactly. Lots of racing back in the pack here around that 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th positions.
I was going to mention up front, Wolfenbarger's reeled it back in, and I think the 22's fallen back a bit as they've stacked up now bumper to bumper, top three.
Wolfenbarger with a slightly higher entry than the top two in a 3. They're all real tight. Hoytsman to the inside of Harrell off of turn 4. Wolfenbarger gonna go with the 97. The leader of that lap was Lucas Hoytsma by 0.000 seconds.
Nice.
Harrell way upstairs. He's gonna lose both spots through 1 and 2. Wolfenbarger gonna clear, but barely.
I think Harrell got up there, led the laps, so now he's happy to settle in. Yeah, he's getting tight. You can tell he burned his stuff up.
Yep, that right front not happy with that 22 Ford Mustang. And back up front, like it has been so many times this season, Lucas Hoytsma, Garrett Wolfenbarger, and here comes Brad Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson up to the 4th spot. Blake Giglio in tow in 5th, so we got a lot of our usual contenders in the top 5. Bill Rivard is 6th, Margison 7th, Brantley Bryant 8th, Davis Greenwell 9th, and Trenton Sneed right there in the 10th spot.
Just outside of that, you have Travis Martin looking to the inside of Trent for that top 10 position. Cliff Mullins right there behind them.
And Trent really likes this track. Andrew Beach as well.
Andrew Beach, unfortunately, still in that 22nd spot where he qualified. There's a gaggle of cars right in front of him. They're 2x2.
Wilson running down Grant Harrell. We'll keep an eye on that.
And he's to the inside.
Running down, running by.
Not quite clear out of turn 4.
That top side will give you a good run on the straightaway.
And we got a caution.
Dave Hoytsman's around.
Oh,
Matt Banky just warthogged him. And the warthog hits the tire barrels and then Dave. My goodness.
Ooh, Dave had help.
Let's go back and see what happens to Dave. Oh, we got this slowed down a little bit. Dave into the corner. Brantley Poole behind him gets him square in the middle of the bumper and doesn't even lift. Never gave him a chance to save it. 77.
Down. Does a good job at making minimal contact with the outside
wall. God, Banky.
And then, yeah, Matt Banky. We need to go on board with Matt Banky. What was Matt looking at?
I don't know.
He had so much time.
It's such a hard hit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it. He's so far back. I'm not going to be able to. We won't be able to make fun of Matt. Matt's probably pretty happy about that.
Matt.
That's all we get.
I can see it, Matt. Matt, buddy.
He said he had no clue he was there.
You must be running a really tight FOV.
I mean, even on mine, it's pretty clear he is there. The few seconds you get to see him. There, you can see he's there.
Tight FOV or drawing car problems, but...
Oh.
Either way, the result's the result. We got a lot of cars coming down pit road here.
Sure, everybody come down for, at minimum, fuel. Good 18-lap run there.
They have 4 sets of tires in the pits. I'd be surprised if you... I wouldn't be surprised here, sorry, to see a lot of split strategy.
I would not take a set if it was me here.
No, I wouldn't either. You're a sixth of the way through to use 25% of your tires?
Yep. It's not a good look. But you never know when it's going to go green either, so it could be
tires on the 22 at least. Looks like a lot of fuel only stops.
Fuel only for Lucas, for sure. Maurice Slater down and away. Brad Wilson going to roll out second. Fuel only. Margison now third. Trenton fuel. Davis Greenwell fuel. The first tire taker is going to be Garrett Wolfenbarger in sixth. Blake Giglio took a set of tires, as did Grant Harrell. And Cody Cleaver fuel only on the Kabuto Chevrolet. Brantley Bryant 4 tires. Bill Rivard, 4 tires. Cliff Mullins, Cody Brown, a lot of these guys opting for the set of tires. John Neckrich, a 9-second stop. I'd be shocked if he took 2 tires, but it's time for it. Prochatsky, 4 tires. Poole, another 9-second stop. Beach fuel only. John Garrett, 4 tires. Clapper Newell, fuel only. Bechtel, 10-second stop. I'm sure no one took 2 tires here, right? That's just crazy. Could be draw issues giving us funny times there. Quentin Newton, 4 tires. J Munch, 4 tires. Downey, 4 tires. Corey Deal took a full set and maybe some damage repair along with Travis Martin. Martin had a 32-second stop. I'm not sure where he got damage to fix, but he was down there a long time.
Go ahead and get a word in with race leader Lucas Hoitzma. Lucas, this is Hayden and Swiss up in the booth. You got us?
Yep.
Well, we didn't get to talk to you before the green flag, but you sat on the pole. You've led some laps so far. We got a caution here. You chose to do fuel only. How's it going, and what's the thought process here?
Well, the thought process was I wanted the extra set of tires at the end, so I would go ahead and fill it up and be better on fuel. But ended up adding 1 single gallon for the lawnmower in our hauler. So that's all we had left in the pits. So
Interesting.
All right. Gotta get the fuel or making sure those gas cans are full. Well, with the 1 extra gallon, your car's going to be a little lighter and a little tighter. Does that worry you at all?
yeah, it does worry me a lot, and I think I may have really made a lot of extra work for myself in this race if I want to win it, to say the least. So I don't know, it's gonna be fun, and we'll do the back to the front challenge.
Well, if there's one driver that you can give extra work to win a race and expect them to do it anyway, it's you. So good luck. Hopefully that doesn't bite you in the butt too much later on, and we'll see if we'll talking to you in about another 100 laps.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, he's going to be up against it here. Like,
oh, he's just going to come back down pit road.
yeah, I mean, he pretty much had to.
I would almost expect him to take a set of tires at this point. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to be in the back. You made your bed. Might as well take the tires, too.
Yes and no. I can see it where you're already in the back. You might as well just try to hang on to the lead lap as long as you can. Save a set, so you could go either way there.
And he's going to stick with the saving a set. Nope,
Nope.
there go the tires. Never mind.
Just took the jack man a little bit to get around. So tires and fuel for the 97. Hopefully they get fuel in the car this time. And he
That will hand the lead to the 51 of Brad Wilson and Trenton Sneed to his outside. Good on Trenton. Good on Trenton.
Pace car just did some Olympics. That was entertaining. So we've officially lost Mike Edwards. Ashton Tackwell having some issues, currently 12 laps down. Showing Matt Benke 4 laps down, so a lot of cars. Of course, Benke had that contact with Hoitzma there.
We've also officially lost Dave Hoitzma and Michael Deach. Both of those drivers have exited the racing facility.
Fortunately, it's not one of those tracks where you got to get stuck in here till the race is over. Don't have to have any awkward fights with Stenhouse and Busch in the infield. Pace car is off. Wilson and Sneed are going to lead him down to turn 1. Wilson gets a quick jump. Sneed under attack from Wolfenbarger, but Wolfenbarger nowhere to go with Greenwell on the inside. Obviously, the teammates knew the countdown, but nowhere for Wolfenbarger to go. He's going to try to go around the outside of Sneed.
Brent looks like he's going to decide to take care of those tires early on. As for Harrell in the 22 in the background.
Going 3
Going
wide
back
around the
at
top.
it, outside 3 wide.
Oh, here comes Brian. He charged that corner with 52. Toyota just dove it in there on Greenwell, and he'll clear and take the spot. Morell around Sneed and up to 3rd already. Trenton obviously taking care of his tires. Giglio, usually a tire saver, that stays glued to the bottom, but he's up top getting a few spots. And then go single file back to Bill Rivard and Kenneth Stout, back part of the top 10 until the 52 of Bryant. He is on absolute send mode right now. Flails that Toyota, gets big wiggle. My goodness, that was almost a yellow.
There we go. Completion of lap 24. Shenandoah Shine 1, 2, and never mind. It was 4 across the line and not
Made
3. They're
contact
3 wide.
with his own teammate. Just ran in the back of the 32 of Wolfenbarger.
Brantley Bryant on a mission to get to the front. Here he is inside of Brad Wilson for the race lead.
My goodness, he used those 4 tires and bolted to the lead. Grant Harrell also on the 4 fresh tires. He's going to move into second. The 32 of Wolfenbarger hits his own teammate through the double dog leg.
Tried to give Grant Harrell room and got into his teammate in the process.
Blake Giglio up to 4th, also on the fresh tires. As Wilson fuel-only strategy starting to fade back. Cliff Mullins on the tires. Bill Rivard on tires. All the guys on tires coming forward as we get our second caution. And wouldn't you know it, Andrew Beach is in it.
Oh, man, not Andrew.
I would show you his car if I could. There it is. Daniel Wallen's in it. Matt Benke again.
Ooh, Beach had help as well.
Oh, J Munch gets the left rear of Andrew Beach, turns him around. And then Beach down the hill, tags the 26. I swear, the 71 is glued to a 26, even if I'm not driving it.
And then nowhere for Matt Benke to go. He's involved.
And that one I don't think we can clown Benke on as much. He really had nowhere to go.
Yeah, no. Knowing Andrew, I'm sure he was hard on the brakes. Car just, because of gravity, rolls down the hill and catches Neckrich in the right rear and Benke, nowhere to go. All of those cars do look like they should be able to continue. I don't believe any of them had even used a fast repair either, so should they choose to.
I think Matt's already used his.
Oh, Benke probably did, yes. So that could be it for the 35 of Benke.
He's still running pretty decent. He did some repair. He didn't even pit. He's not in lead lap, so that makes sense. It's probably closed for him.
Ooh, we got all 3 Shenandoah Shine cars down pit road.
Probably come down, take fuel at least.
Those cars that didn't take tires last time. Nope, indeed, 2 of them are fuel only. Brad Wilson putting tires on that car.
That's because Wilson took fuel only last time. Everyone else took tires, so they came down fuel only this time.
There we go. See, you've got that information in front of you. I don't.
I don't have that in front of me. I just remembered.
Yeah, but you had the information at one point. I never did.
When they came off the pit road, and I said it. You could have just remembered it when I said it.
That's a lot of work. So that's going to hand the race lead, point being, to the 22 of Grant Harrell, Blake Giglio 2nd, Cliff Mullins 3rd, Bill Rivard 4th, and Kenneth Stout in 5th.
My oh my.
That said with a little bit of surprise and a little bit of terror.
I mean, that whole group of cars, that's quite a mix. So staying out all the way back to 11th, we have Perchatsky in 6th, Garrett 7th, and Newton is 8th, Poole in 9th, Hoytsma of the Lucas variety in 10th, and Clapper Newell is 11th. First one off the pit road, fuel only, Brantley Bryant in 12th, Wolfenbarger 13th, Cody Brown 14th, Margison 15th, and Travis Martin 16th, all fuel stops. Brantley Bryant, first one that's going to be on the brand new tires as we see Matt Benke in the foreground on the pit lane. J Munch triggered that last accident. He took fuel only, or maybe even just a little damage repair. 5.9 seconds in the box. Trenton Sneed took a set of tires there. He'll restart 19th. Gatlin Downey fuel only. Cody Cleaver took his first set of tires. Davis Greenwell took a set there, as did Andrew Beach. I'm sure Beach had to take the fast repair, and indeed his car looks brand new. So yeah, damage heavy enough he had to take the fast repair for the 71. John Neckrich, 22 second stop, so he may have done some repair here and saved the fast. And you have Scott Elston 25th set of tires. Llewellyn also a set in 26. Who you want to talk to?
That's a good question. I don't know. There's quite a few solid options. Oh, we got to make a decision quick here, don't we?
Yep.
Let's talk to... Oh, I don't see the 22 anywhere. I was going to talk to the 22.
I do cameras, you do interviews. That's the job.
In that case, I'm gonna do it. I shouldn't, but I'm going to. Andrew Beach, this is Hayden and Swiss up in the booth. How's it going?
About what you'd expect.
Yeah, that unfortunately seems...
I get fucking drove through because we don't have any goddamn patience in this fucking league every fucking week.
Well, you and the 26, unfortunately, no matter who's driving it, seem to get into it every single week.
Hey, listen, DG lifted the curse off of me, but God did not. Well, you said, get ready to suck, bitch.
Well, you're toughing it out. How much more damage do you have to fix, or did you take a fast repair?
I had to take a fast repair.
And so for the last 90 scheduled laps of this race, what are your expectations and goals now that you were in that incident?
Honestly, you know, I'm just going to put my foot to the floor like everybody else in this damn league, and I'm not lifting until the checkered flag or I see God. And I have words for him.
Well, you got the order backwards, but the spirit's there, so... well, good luck. Tell Cliff I said he's a dick, and we'll move on.
Alright. Love y'all. Have fun!
Fun!
We will... Fun is relative.
Fun!
We're having fun.
Dropping back into the Chance 2 Extreme chat.
Poor Beach.
Poor Andrew. He seems to be in something every single week. I'm sorry. He would correct me. He would tell me every single night.
Yeah, he would say every single race, but he survived last night. So he'd be wrong. Harrell gets us launched here. Giglio gets left in the dust. Harrell takes off. Cliff Mullins, Bill Rivard. You know, second place outside Resource is a really hard place. You can hardly tell where the leader is.
You either need VR or really wide triple monitors to have a chance.
And I don't have
Blake
either
Giglio,
of those.
I don't think Blake Giglio has either as well. And you see the gap Grant Harrell was able to put on him with a really early jump.
Kenneth Stout inside. Jeff Rachotsky getting way out of shape in our third caution waves. And, well, Jeremy Clapper Newell seems to be in it. Oh my god.
I would say I'm shocked, but I'd be the line.
It looks like Shenandoah Shine turns him down the straightaway, and then he tries to come back up and gives no fucks. I think he got mad.
Yeah, not Banky, sorry. Clapper lifts. 32 gets in the back of him, and then, yeah, Clapper kind of hangs a right. Takes two Shenandoah Shine cars with him.
I'm 99% sure that was a right-hand turn after he saved it.
Yeah, the hanger right was certainly.
It looked like he had it saved, and then it went right.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's about what I have to say about that.
I mean, if he's in chat, you can ask him.
That's a good.
Sometimes he is, sometimes he's not. You never know. He might have left so we don't interview him. But you can ask Brantley and Bryant.
Jeremy, this is Hayden and Swiss.
What's up?
Hi.
What talk us through what happened there from your perspective.
Oh, I just tried to not run over the 77 in front of me, and the 32 was in a hurry and gave me a little bump and got loose and went up the track.
Up the track. He looked like he got loose and went down the track, and then kind of saved it, and then the car suddenly veered right for some odd reason.
I have a direct drive and it's up high, so.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's your story and you're sticking to it, huh?
Yeah, I got loose.
Okay. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
we'll go back up into the driver's chat there.
Well, Hayden, what do you think?
I'm believing that story about as much as people think I'm a good person, so.
That had so many layers to it, like you need to peel that thing like an onion.
As many people are going to buy that story as many people believe I'm not cocky and arrogant.
There you go. That makes more sense. That one's easier to digest.
Um,
Do we get lights out here? If not, we're interviewing somebody. We'll pick Wolfenbarger to defend himself if we don't get lights out.
We do not.
Pull him. 32.
32 at Garrett Wolfenbarger down there in Shenandoah Shine. Unfortunately, sharing his screen. Do we give a crap? Absolutely not.
We just got to get him back somewhere.
Garrett Wolfenbarger, this is Hayden and Swiss up in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, we've already talked to Jeremy Clapper, got his perspective on that incident. He says you just got into the back of him, he got loose, and overcorrected back up the racetrack with a direct drive wheel. What did you see from your perspective? What do you think happened, and do you buy that story?
I don't buy that for a second. He's an idiot, and I think I was just pushing on the back straightaway, casual. He just turns left, and all of a sudden, he decides he's going to come back up into me. He never got loose. Never got loose. So him saying he got loose is absolute BS. So that guy's an idiot, and we'll just keep going.
Perfect.
All right, well, I think that's going to echo what a lot of people see and think. Well, is the damage bad? Do you think you can get back up front?
Yeah, we can get back up front. We only had 25 seconds, so it wasn't horrible. So we'll be good.
Stand forward. We'll see if you can get back towards the front. We'll enjoy watching the show.
Yeah, thanks.
That's kind of exactly how I expected that interview to go.
Yep. Pretty much.
I think the truth's somewhere in between the two.
It's a lot more towards one side of it, maybe.
He definitely did get loose. That happened, but he
Yes,
got loose to the left.
The bump certainly upset the race car.
Yeah.
To the left.
After that, it's up to your interpretation, I think. But
was
yes.
it an overcorrection? Was it a direct drive wheel? Was it intentional?
Yep.
It was certainly one of those.
What do you think, chat? Let us know what your opinion is on that one. Chime in, the People's Court.
Grant Harrell, Blake Giglio are going to be your front row. Then we got the aqua and black cars on the second row, Cliff Mullins and Bill Rivard. Then we have the 5 of Quinn Newton, which is not the 5 of Quinn Newton. It is actually the 36 of Jeff Prochaska. Don't get confused. Even though the 5 is Quinn Newton.
I was going to say,
that 5.
Look at the car directly behind him.
That is the 5 of Quinn Newton.
Perfect.
So
Thanks, Jeff. Remember that thing you said about having your number match your paint?
Yep. That comment is directed exactly at people like you, Jeff.
Damn. Kenneth Stout's still in top 6. I didn't see that coming.
He's been in the top 6 for like a dozen laps now, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's amazing.
I don't care if they're under caution. That's up there.
Yeah. It's personal best for him. And he's got the America flag stamped behind the front tires, so that's kind of cool. Participating in Patriotic Week. There goes the 22, Grant Harrell getting a big jump over Giglio once again. Bill Rivard, Cliff Mullins side by side, and these two, well, they've had it out a little bit in the short tracks lately, so we'll see if that carries over to Charlotte as they race into turn 1 side by side for third.
Rivard on the slightly faster top lane, Mullins on the better for tighter bottom lane. As you can see, the slight run Rivard gets, both from the top and the draft from the 16 of Blake Giglio. Lucas Hoytsma looking to the inside of Stout down the backstretch and into turn number 3.
The 10 of Rivard cleared Cliff and gets to the outside of Giglio. We know Giglio's saving those tires. Bill Rivard never been one to really save much on the tire side of things, so he's charging after it.
He's going to clear the 16 of Blake Giglio through 1 and 2 and get back to the bottom. He's got a huge run on Harrell before he got loose. Side by side with Hoytsma and Perchotsky.
Giglio and Mullins as well for third as Mullins gets around Blake. Blake wanted to get back down to the bottom and save tire once again, so he let Mullins go.
Got another caution.
This one I don't see.
I'm trying to... It's Jeremy Clapper Newell again.
Oh no.
Was this a case of revenge? No, it was not. Jeremy Clapper lost it all by himself.
In
but
between...
I'm struggling to understand... Oh, nope, there it is. No, I am actually struggling to understand how that triggered a yellow.
Awesome.
There was no oncoming traffic.
His ass was hanging out. His ass was hanging out when he was sideways before he went down to the inside wall.
That must be it then.
Yeah, his ass was hanging out enough when that car went by. These are iRacing triggered yellows, so we have different metrics that iRacing decides how they throw these cautions so that the drivers can't blame us up in the booth and up in the scoring stands for the cautions. Like, hey, don't blame us. This is iRacing's thing.
And Stout going to bring that car down pit road. I will say this. This might be one of those ball don't lie moments, but car don't lie. Just putting it out there.
Are you saying it might be a little bit of karma?
I am indeed saying that, yes.
Well, you're the one that has to race clap renewal and his opinion of what you just said. I don't have to race him all that much.
Neither do I usually. I'm usually way out in front of him, so.
Ouch.
It hurts, but it's the truth.
I mean, you're way out in front of me too, but you don't say it to my face.
Well, no, because you don't wreck every single week.
I mean, I do.
You don't trigger a yellow every single. You don't trigger multiple yellows every single.
Okay, that might be true. I'm usually good for one. John Garrett. He pit on the last caution. He's going to stay out for this one. He took fuel only on that caution. Grantley Poole, he stays out. It's been 19 laps since he's been to the pit lane. Cody Cleaver, he stays out, as does Wolfenberger this caution. They'll be 11th and 12th. Kenneth Stout leads everyone that pits out of the pit lane. He took fuel only, as did Davis Greenwell, Cody Brown, Trenton Sneed, Zach Margison, Travis Martin, Jay Munch, Daniel Llewellyn, your top 20, all fuel only here under this caution, along with Neckrich and Andrew Beach, 22nd. Prochatsky, the first one to bolt on tires in the 365 car. Trevor Trago in the 91 runs 24th. He picked up some fuel here, as did Carson Bechtel. I think they're biding their time right now on those two Warren Goons machines, hanging out towards the back and letting everything unfold in front of them. Still a long way to go, as we just passed, I believe, lap 38. And they're coming back down the top off the tank.
We are on lap 40, so that'll be a third of the race completed.
Halfway points go out at the end of lap number 60, so that's the thing to keep in mind. And about 20 laps till we get to that point.
Had we figured out a fuel number?
No, we have not. You can ask Trenton, though. He always does.
Yeah. Let's go grab that number 81 machine. Trent!
What?
What's the fuel window?
Well, make it far enough, I'll tell you.
What does your black box say right now?
32.
Good enough for me, thank you.
No.
Perfect.
I always rely on Trenton's need to give it to you straight.
He always likes to make it more difficult than it needs to be, too.
So we'll say roughly 35 laps on the tank of fuel, so everyone should probably be able to make it to the halfway stage.
I like how this car has TJ Designs all over it, but it's a paint scheme by Penske and their company. Whoever they had to do that scheme. It's confusing. Anywho, just thinking out loud. Bill Rivard's second behind Grant Harrell. Cliff Mullins third. Shot Cliff didn't find Adam to throw a flag somewhere in this thing in a hurry, you know. I think Adam was taking the night off, maybe. Blake Giglio's going to restart fourth. Hoytsma, Quinn Newton, Brantley Bryant, then Gatlin, Downey, Grantley Poole, John Garrett, your top 10, Wolfenbarger, and Cleaver. All those cars stayed out into this caution in the top 12. 13th on back, visited the pit lane.
Had a pretty solid green flag run to start this race. It's been a little caution happy ever since.
Brad Wilson doing some damage repair. He's trying to catch back up to the field. One to keep an eye on. I think he's got the speed to come back up.
Absolutely he does. Hopefully we can settle back into a rhythm and get some more green flag racing in. Charlotte really starts to shine when you get these long green flag runs in cars, and even a green flag pit cycle. I've noticed this track particularly.
Did we lose Corey Deal?
We did. Corey Deal, well, yes and no. Corey Deal did fall out due to an upload packet loss, but has since reconnected. He's been dealing with blinking issues all night and has given himself an EOL penalty on every restart because of it. It looks like it just went a little far and bit him in the ass. And he fell through. But he's coming back. He's going to trooper through and see what he can do.
All right, pace car making that sharp left onto the pit lane. We're going to get restarted here on lap number 42. Grant Harrell getting a nice jump on Bill Rivard. Rivard drops down to settle in front of Cliff Mullins. Blake Giglio trying to get to the bottom, trying to get between his teammates here. We got 3 of those low track cars all looking nearly identical. One doesn't have the spec map though.
Hey, what, if you didn't know about 7-1-2 brakes before tonight, you certainly will after.
Got him running the 4th, 5th, and 6th right now. Hoytsman looking the outside of Cliff Mullins. Cliff happy to keep his car on the bottom, let Lucas go the long way around, burn up the tire. Lucas about the only one up there till you get back to Gatlin Downing.
Martin in the wall in the back, sorry. Trying to smack the wall exit at turn number 2. I believe that was Travis. No, it was not. It was Gatlin Downey, sorry.
The car I was talking about when you yelled at me. What has happened now? Caution back out. A lot of cars slow towards the back. Trying to figure out which one.
Potentially John Neckrich, who's now in the pit. Yes.
Pit, yes. Oh yeah, Neckrich has a big dent in the back of that car.
And that dent came from Andrew Beach.
71 car just can't stay off the 26 no matter who's in the damn thing.
That's... Beach gets into the back of Neckrich. As Andrew's coming left, that's going to kind of get things all wonky and off-center. And it sends Neckrich to the right. And obviously both cars get stuck together, bounce off the wall, and Neckrich is sideways enough that it triggers the, oh, never mind, he gets hit by the wall, and then he's really sideways to trigger the yellow, so.
Let's see if there's some reason for this. Like maybe Beach is mad at him, he just drives through.
I can't imagine that was intentional. Beach, if anything, Neckrich would be the one to be angry at Andrew.
That's
but
what I mean.
That doesn't mean I'm not going to poke and prod to find out.
Yeah, I'm looking around, don't see it.
I do not see Neckrich correct. John Neckrich has disconnected from the session, so that'll be the end of the 26's night.
He's probably pretty pissed, as I would be.
Which is a totally understandable reaction to have after getting wrecked down a straight line.
We got Scott Elston getting the lucky dog. My scoring shows he's still 1 lap down after that. So going from 2 laps down to 1 lap down in the 85. '71 did say in chat he was not going to lift. That is correct. He did say that. He just paid off exactly what he said he was going to do.
Andrew Beach in voice chat says he has no issues with the 26, but he was going to try to help, but was not going to lift and had too much of a run. It just put him in the wall.
Well, there you go.
He also expressed frustration with everybody else in the league doing that and just figured he would join. So, Andrew Beach ultimately getting very frustrated with his luck in this SRL season. Can't say that frustration is misplaced.
And there's I don't know, I don't want Beach to hate me, but there's one thing that you can say.
He could have lifted.
That and there's a common thread in there.
There's a common thread, but
if you're always in a wreck, there's a reason. Even if you don't think there is, go back and look and figure it out, because there probably is.
we got to get him away from all the chaos, because
if you're around squirrels, you have to give the squirrels a little bit more room. Or you're going to end up in a wreck. You can't expect the squirrels to race like the good ones.
Can't expect to stay around squirrels and not get hit by a nut every once in a while.
Fair enough.
So
there's a reason I give so much room.
driver chat has been disabled. I'm not exactly sure why, but Corey Deal has decided that everyone's going to shut up for a while.
All right.
So that's interesting.
That happened. 71 is the common denominator, pardon the pun. Math jokes. Are we going to get lights out on the pace car as we get to the start-finish line? Who is sitting on pit lane revving the motor? My car cameras are picking up that car sitting on the pit lane. We do get lights out, so we'll be going back to racing at the end of this lap.
That 71 common denominator joke has layers because 71's a prime number. It has no common denominator.
You know the last time you said that so confidently and you were wrong?
But I Googled it this time. It is a prime number. I double checked.
It's still so funny.
I'm going to be confident. I'm at least going to sound confident. I might not be right, but I'm going to sound right.
Oh, we got about 13 to go when we get the green flag till we give out points at halfway in this Arc Music Xfinity Series race. Part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. You can check them all out at dgsracing.com. Appreciate Arc Music for getting us our broadcasting and, well, paying for Hayden up in the booth.
Oh. Hopefully we can get some green flag running in here. These guys will get all this out of their system.
Yeah,
Those 2 5 cars are still lined up nose to tail.
It's confusing, and they got an 05 out there too. Harrell gets a big jump of Bill Rivard. Rivard clears to the bottom. Mullins and Bryant are both looking for their way around Rivard. I think Rivard's going to go to the top, which is going to give Mullins the inside, and Bryant has been a hard charger, so I'm a little surprised Rivard didn't get out of his way. But now Mullins and Rivard box in, 52 of Bryant. Bryant going to try to go all the way to the wall.
He's going to use that air cushion by that white Charlotte wall. It looked a lot better when it was yellow, but he's going to get a run off at turn number 4. He's going to choose to follow the other Toyota, Bill Rivard.
Oh, Cliff gets tight, gets up the hill, then Bryant going to finish him off. He's turned right in front of the field. Up the hill he goes, collects Wolfenbarger, Grantley Pool, Kenneth Stout's in there. And we're getting some issues with the
Joel Munchel in the background. Carson
broadcast
Bechtel.
feed. Too much smoke at once is creating an issue here. Mullins is trying to cast it up against the wall. It's having trouble rolling properly now. And Cliff got tight, went up the hill. Tried to stay off. He tried to stay off the 10, but it had the wheel cut so sharp it turned him. I think he's going to try to drive this thing back to the pit lane, which this opening's not going to help. Oh my gosh. He can't steer this thing worth a lick. He's trying to stay on the lead lap. Use his fast repair. You see the pace car blinking in and out behind him. He's up against the wall, literally and figuratively. Now he has the grass here. See if that helps or hurts. Nah, it doesn't seem to help.
He's gonna get stuck. He's gonna have to take a tow. I don't.
And he's going to keep backing up and then driving it forward again.
No, he's
nope,
gonna.
That ain't going to be it.
Cliff, buddy, just there you go.
Unfortunate for Cliff in the 37. Don't think we're going to get too many replays out of this because of the way all that smoke at once just really caked up our graphics card. Sadly.
Once Cliff got sideways, unfortunately, there was nowhere for anybody else to go. Wolfenbarger, the 77. I forget who's in the 77. My
Grantley
apologies.
Pool.
Grantley Pool. The roof number on that car is upside down. That bothers me.
Short tractor.
Yep.
Oh.
Kenneth Stout nowhere to go. Actually nowhere to go this time. Cody Cleaver with some damage in that. And
He
then
even
there
got
was
Quinn.
there was a secondary wreck in the background. Drivers kind of scrambling to avoid it.
Give you an onboard ride with the 37s. He went through that.
Oh, Lucas Hoitzma was in this. Lucas Hoitzma got turned around.
Oh. Bunch of hard hits there from Mullins. Jeez.
Bechtel into the back of... Wow, Bechtel was a wrecking ball through there.
Uh-oh.
Bechtel got in the back and turned Andrew Beach, who was slowing up for the accident. Drives through Andrew Beach, and then Bechtel just drives through Munchel.
Jeez.
Let's see how Lucas Hoitzma got involved in this. Lucas Hoitzma couldn't slow up enough for Quinn Newton. He gets in the back of Quinn Newton. So Newton with left rear damage. And as that slows down Lucas Hoitzma, John Garrett into the back of the 97 machine, and that's what finally turns the 97 around.
Well, I think this might be some teammate revenge here from the 59 and 71. This is John Neckerich teammates with this 59. The 71 ran him over, and now the 59 is running him over. So there you go. I think that was some payback in the middle of that wreck.
A lot happened in that short sequence of events.
It did. Very much did.
There was like 3 wrecks that were all part of the same wreck. That was certainly a thing. Lucas Hoitzma's still 6th somehow. Must have not come down pit road.
He did not. Top 7 stay out here. 32 laps since Grant Harrell, our leader, has been to the pit lane. 32 for Rivard as well. Brantley Bryant, 24 since he's been on the pit lane. Gatlin Downey, 24. We heard the fuel window was about, what do you say, 32? But that's without all these cautions. Oh no. We're having draw issues. Lots of them.
The smoke has set off the chain reaction.
Mm-hmm.
The dominoes cannot be stopped.
I'm going and looking and seeing what I can do to chill out this nonsense. It appears to be ATV on iRacing pulling quite a lot of resources at the moment. And then Discord. So we're going to try to end some Discord stuffs. If Hayden disappears for a minute, you know why. Hayden, you still here?
I gotcha, Swiss. I was so tempted to just not say anything.
That would have been very messed up time to do that. So I knocked out a bunch of Discord processes that were running for no apparent reason. It's the second time it's done it to me this stream, and it seems to have fixed the blinking at the moment. Yeah, every now and then Discord will launch like 6 or 7 or 8 different services and really screw things up.
They really shouldn't roll out an update for that.
Well, hello everyone over on the YouTube while we got a chance. Hope you guys are having a good time over there with our live stream. Appreciate you watching and hanging out there. Of course, everyone over in the Twitch during September, the subathon going on here. Appreciate everyone hanging out and being part of our awesome community here. I'm sure Hayden appreciates it as well, even though most of you hate him.
Hey, just like Denny Hamlin says, as long as they're making noise, right?
That's right. I've said many times you are pretty much the Denny Hamlin of SRL.
You know what?
Except even
Someone
I don't
has
like.
to be.
Except even I don't like you because you're not from my hometown like Denny Hamlin.
Hey, you know what? You can't win them all. You can't win them all. In fact, I only win about 20% of them, so...
It has been fun having you in the booth, though. Unlike you have unlike Denny, you have championships.
Exactly. Grant Harrell with another early launch and gets out to the lead because of it.
Bryant going to charge through here, try to take second away from Bill Rivard and clears him into turn 1. We'll see how long it takes Bryant to charge to the lead. He's been, as we said earlier, a hard charger. About 7 laps away from giving out those halfway points. Hoytson in the 4th position. Wilson gets through. Gatlin Downey falls back. Krchatsky, first one on tires, is Wolfenbarger in 9th. We'll see if he has time to get up through the field and get some of these stage points.
Gatlin Downey smacks the wall in that second short shoot. Slightly put there by the 51 machine coming up the racetrack.
Only slightly.
It's one of those, he was clear, but Downey, I don't think, thought he was clear. Kind of kept coming right and put himself in the wall because of, I've done that a time or two.
Same. Wilson
You're not
holding
clear.
up a
Oh, you
gaggle
were
of
clear.
cars. Gatlin Downey's gotten back to his back bumper. Looks like Berchotsky wanted to go inside Downey, but Wolfenbarger charged inside Berchotsky, and that hole filled up quick. Fortunately, Berchotsky saw that, or we could have had another yellow. Trenton's hanging right in there in ninth spot. Berchotsky, Wolfenbarger. Wolfenbarger's up to 6. He clears Gatlin by the slimmest of margins and then brushes the wall, clearing him.
We got a three-way battle for the lead up front. Brantley Bryant down to the bottom. He's going to clear Harrell, who's going to try to thread the needle.
He gives him a bump. Grant Harrell gives him a shot, and that's Toyota. Wow.
Harrell to the top, Bryant to the middle, Rivard to the bottom. We're coming to 3 to go in the stage.
Had about a half second over Hoitzman, so don't have to worry about him at the moment. One you got to keep an eye on is Wolfenbarger with fresh tires. I say that, I think Hoitzman may have taken fresh rubber about 20 laps ago.
Rivard really did a good job hooking that blue and white line, but it's not going to matter.
And caution.
Another caution.
Oh, another big one too. There's 4 or 5 cars stacked up in turns 1 and 2. Quinn Newton's in it. Andrew Beach again. Cliff
Poor
Mullins
Andrew Beach.
again. Oh my gosh, Kenneth Stout's in this one. That's what we've been waiting for.
Oh, there we go. This might have started with Kenneth Stout.
Yeah, I'd say so. And yeah, after what I just saw. Let's go back this up. He's behind Travis Martin. Martin gets out of shape. Kenneth Stout then tries to avoid the barrels, gets into the infield, and then he never really does anything smart after this. He just drives back up the racetrack.
Through the infield, back up the track,
And
right
Cliff
in
Mullins.
front of Cliff.
Cliff's got to be
Cliff
so
nowhere
mad.
to go. That'd be you know what? That would be a great interview right about now.
Yep, I agree. Point. Cody, great job missing that wreck. Cody Brown. Oh, Andrew Beach just piled right in there.
I would love to talk to Cliff Mullins. However,
He gone?
I think he's already hightailed it the hell out of here. No, wait, no, he's down in the Bean team. What's he doing down there?
I don't know. Is Kenneth down
Cliff, this is Hayden and Swiss up in the booth. You got us?
Oh, this is a bad time.
there? No, it's a great time.
Exactly. That's exactly why we pulled you up here. What did you see? What are your opinions?
I saw the 29 drive like a fucking idiot and do his typical shit where he goes from the fucking grass all the way to the fucking outside wall because, I don't know, that was the most brain dead thing I've ever seen. Let's go all the way across the fucking track and just park it right on top.
Does not disappoint.
And why were you all the way down there in Bean team and not with your teammates?
Because I'm pissing everybody off, that's why.
Perfect.
All right, well, that's fair. Are you done then? Do you have a fast repair? Are you going to fix
Oh,
it?
no, we're fucking done.
You really-
I hope I don't get my fucking car fixed is all I can say.
What happened in the wreck before that one? The one where you had that towing issue.
Oh, well, I had I was racing with Bill right there, and it washed up the track and got into his door, and then the 52 drove over me right there. Well, I mean, he didn't have anywhere to go, but still, it just sucked. But, and then I just got plowed into like 3 or 4 times after that.
So the ARCA braking going very well tonight's what you're saying.
I mean, it is, but apparently, I don't know. I don't even. Did anybody say something about me not holding the brake right there? Because I absolutely had it held the whole time, and I just really get really annoyed by people that constantly say, "Well, you didn't hold the brake," when I'm pushing as hard as I can on this fucking brake pedal.
I didn't say anything about him not holding the brake. Did you say anything about him not holding the brake?
I didn't say anything about him not holding the brake, and I didn't even hear anyone else say anything about him not holding the brake.
I'm just
think
making
you're
sure
good.
because everybody keeps talking about not holding the fucking brake tonight, apparently.
Well, Cliff, I'm proud of you for holding the brake.
Well, I held the brake, but if I get back out there, I'm full throttling somebody.
And then holding the brake?
No, I probably just all that for.
Blake Giglio method, got it.
I was going to say, okay, Blake Giglio.
Here comes Bill Rivard down the pit lane. Well, that was a replay. Bill Rivard went down the pit lane.
Cliff, we appreciate you taking the time to rant to us, and we'll put you up in Blockbuster. That sounds like a good spot for you.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect right there for the wrecking ball. Yeah, that's perfect.
That is Cliff Mullins.
Brantley Bryant picks up 10 points. Grant Harrell 9. Wolfenbarger 8. Wilson 7. Perchowski 6. Sneed 5. Gatlin Downey 4. John Garrett 3. Marginson 2. And Brantley Poole 1 as we hit halfway here at the end of lap 60. Now you can go.
I was just gonna say, Cliff giving it to you like he feels.
Yeah.
So
That's why I respect Cliff. You never have to question anything. What he says is what he says, and you can take it at its value.
exactly, there's no hidden meanings there.
Not passive aggressive. He's just flat out blunt, and I respect the fuck out of it.
So it's Ashton. We have lost Ashton Tackwell, who has just left for the session.
Grant Harrell pits the second time around. I believe that's a closed pit penalty, is it not?
I would certainly think so.
Should just be a tail end of the line penalty, though, right? Or is it? I don't think it's a hold.
Yeah, I believe it's just end of the longest line. We'll see, though, but we've also now lost Kenneth Stout.
I don't think anyone's going to be sad about that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the oh darn. Anyway,
John, I have a question for you, John. Do you, in your humble opinion, think the 59-71 incident may have been payback for your incident with the 71? I just want to see what you have to say about it. Either way, it's going to be an entertaining answer, I believe.
Corey Deal's immediate reaction to Kenneth Stout leaving the session was that Kevin LePage.
You got cut off there after your Kevin LePage comment, but I'm pretty sure it has left the race, or chat, or something. You have no idea? You walked away to heat up some food? Fair enough. Getting set for the restart here. We got Shenandoah Shine 1, 2, 3. Bryant, Wolfenbarger, and Wilson. And they're all in different manufacturers. Toyota leads the Chevy and the Ford. Pace car is off. We have Bryant Wolfenbarger leading us back to the green. They count it down. They leave Prochatsky in the dust. And three teammates jump out to the early advantage. I'm sure they'll race it out nice and clean up there. You got Prochatsky in fourth, Trent in fifth, and John Garrett in the top six. Wolfenbarger's staying on that outside. I figured he would drop down by now. Now they get single file up there. He gives a push to the back of Wilson, but Wilson doesn't go hard to the left and back up to the right and wipe everybody out. We got Margison and Grantley Poole, Canada versus America battling out here. Advantage America for the moment.
I have returned.
What'd you do? Your headset die?
Andrew Beach stole me.
Andrew stole you.
He just stole me. He moved me between channels. He just stole me.
Perfect. Thank you, Beach. I got to talk for a minute.
Solid racing up front. All three Shenandoah Shine cars battling for the race lead.
Still in the same order in which we stopped watching them, 52, 51, and 32.
They are in inverse car number right now. Largest to smallest. Brad Wilson wants to ruin that.
Trenton's gotten ahead of Jeff Prochatsky for the fourth spot.
I thought that was Quinn Newton. What a shame.
Quinn's had a rough night. Quinn currently back in 19th. The good news is we passed halfway.
Oh. Thank God.
Trenton's actually running down those front three. Go on board the Shan Technology Chevrolet. There are all the Shine cars up ahead. Whew. This is a very different line. The teammates are running from one another. Wilson all the way down on the grass there. Now right up by the wall. Wilson's using every inch of this track. He's like, I paid for it. I'm going to use it.
Probably expecting a somewhat short run, but with every passing lap, the odds of a long run increase.
Correct.
Because these, not only are we running more laps to make the run longer, but the cars do get more spread out and less likely to wreck as Bill Rivard almost comes up on John Garrett exit of 4.
I was gonna say
really spoken into existence.
I was gonna say that sounds like a jinx and a half right there, and then you almost get it paid off before I can get the joke out. Trenton Sneed has ran down the top 3. 81 car right on the back bumper of the 51 Shenandoah Shine Mustang.
I'm surprised Trent went upstairs there.
Brantley Bryant right now has been 40 laps since he's been to the pit lane. He is the worst shape of anybody in that category. Along with Prochatsky at 30 laps. Wilson's at 24. Well, Brantley Bryant, 41 laps since that 52 Toyota's been to the pit lane. Wolfenbarger's charged back to the lead. Wilson's fading back. Wolfenbarger leads Bryant. Prochatsky now third ahead of Trenton.
Brad Wilson falling very quickly.
You can tell he hasn't taken tires in a while. His last stop was fuel only in that 51. Some guys that did bolt on the tires starting to make their way up.
Bill Rivard looking to the inside of Grantley Poole as Prochatsky's going to the inside of Brantley Bryant. And Bill Rivard making it 3 wide with Trenton Sneed for a split second. As I mentioned earlier, oh! Cody Brown in the background. Everything's happening.
Cody got out of shape, but he held on to it. Just ahead of Giglio and Hoytsma. They're starting to make their way back to the front.
So many varying strategies in this field right now. Different tire ages, making for all of this different comers and goers.
Are you a comer or are you a goer?
My lawyer has advised me not to answer that question.
That's a smart lawyer. Prochatsky's made it to second now as he's passed Brantley Bryant. Have to keep an eye on that purple Toyota because worst shape of anybody on the fuel window. He'll have to be the first one to pit if we go green.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's any way he makes it to lap 85, which is what it would take to make it to the end, we believe.
Oh, contact Hoytsma and Poole, 97-77. Bounced doors off one another in the 7th spot. That's a shitload of 7s.
7-7 and 97. 7-7-7-9.
4-7th, by the way. Giglio gets by Bryant. Sneed gets by Bryant. Rivard gets by Prochatsky for second. Yeah, passing all over the damn place, Satan.
Like I said, all of these different strategies, lots of comers, lots of goers.
Hoytsma and Sneed battle for 5th.
Every comer means a goer.
I can't with you. Travis Martin up to 8th. I haven't seen old T-Mart make a whole lot of noise, but he took tires his last time on the pit lane 14 laps ago, and he is putting them to use.
Travis, another driver who's quietly good at Charlotte, hasn't had great luck with strategy, but now that he's got some tires and some green flag laps, slowly making his way up towards the front like we kind of expect from Travis.
Drivers that this went green at the right time for: Bill Rivard, Blake Giglio, Lucas Hoytsma, and Travis Martin inside the top 10 have all taken on tires their last time down the pit lane, so they are winning the caution lottery at the moment.
Of course it would be Lucas Hoytsma. I got that golden horseshoe zip tied to that race car.
I believe the classic quote is up his ass from Kevin Harvick about the golden horseshoe.
Here comes Brantley Bryant to pit road. He's finally got to bail out of there.
47 laps was the count before he had to pit.
Oh, he was speeding.
He had to be speeding.
He had to be speeding.
Bill Rivard looking on the outside for the race lead. Gets to the outside of Garrett Wolfenbarger. I doubt Wolfenbarger puts up much of a fight with the tire difference.
No, I take that back. He was not speeding. I forgot that the iRacing commitment line is at a very different place from the actual commitment line.
Yes.
So Brantley Bryant did get it down to pit road speed.
What you meant to say was the timing line is in a different spot than the commitment line.
Yes, thank you for understanding my dumbassery.
I got you. Bill Rivard to the lead around the outside of Wolfenbarger, and the Fort Worth Toyota out in front. Wolfenbarger now second. Giglio and Hoytsma, 7-1-2 brakes twins, currently third and fourth. They bolted on tires at the perfect time. Prochatsky's going to be fading back in this number 5/36 machine. Here comes Travis Martin to jump into the top 5. That Folds of Honor Mustang. Move Team Mark.
Easily clear Jeff Perchotsky. So Brantley Bryant did indeed lose a lap, as we all would have expected, on that green flag pit stop.
But did not get a penalty. So he is in 20th
Exactly.
in earnest. Now he has to hope everyone comes to the pit lane. And then a yellow comes out.
What he's going to want is a caution right before he loses, presumably, the race lead. If this goes green and cycles through, he'll be the leader because his first lap on brand new fresh tires is a 30.9. And Bill Rivard just ran a 31.3 as your race leader. So Brantley's going to cycle through to the race lead. And what he's going to want is right before either he has to pit again or loses the lead, both are fine, he wants a caution. Because he cannot make it to the end from here. There is no way.
Blake's closing in on Wolfenbarger for that second spot. Wolfenbarger about 9 lap older tires than Giglio and Hoytsma. Hoytsma had some damage to repair last pit stop, but he's looking pretty speedy right now.
2 more pieces of housekeeping. We lost Scott Elson due to an upload packet loss, so he fell through. And Matt Banky has also retired the race car. He manually disconnected and left the racing facility. So both of those drivers done for the night. As Giglio going to go around Wolfenbarger the long way, and he's going to do it and bring Hoytsma with him.
Yeah, I think he's offering a little bit of draft to his teammate. 32 Wolfenbarger going to jump in there and take that draft. Now Blake moves down a little bit. Lucas looked like they were in lockstep trying to get air on each other. Oh, we're used to seeing the 32 and 97 towards the front together. Not used to seeing the 10 out in front of them.
Those Low Track and Shenandoah Shine cars do not get along well at all.
They're behaving so far tonight, though, I think.
They have done well so far. We'll see. We're only on lap 80. We got another 40 to go.
2/3 of the race. We still got another third.
Exactly. Well, still lots of time for Fit to hit the Shan.
We're not on the... Oh my gosh,
Jeff
Pay Window's
Perchotsky's going to bring it to pit road this time.
Yeah, he was one of the next ones in trouble. 43 laps, he made it. The next ones we're going to be looking at for pitting, Garrett Wolfenbarger. Someone blew up on pit road. Garrett Wolfenbarger is going to be one of the next ones we're able to see hit the pit lane under green along with Brad Wilson.
Perchotsky made it 43 laps, but with yellows.
Yep.
He's going to have to go 38 under green.
That's
if it goes
probably
green to the
not
end.
happening.
And yeah, that is a little outside what we believe to be the window. But he's got 4 tires and fuel. He's down and away.
Trenton Sneed's probably 2 to 3 laps away from having to pit. It's been 32 laps since he came down, along with John Garrett in 9th. Same story for Grantley Poole. Wilson's probably just about dry now. So those are the next cars to keep your eye on for peeling off and coming down for that Sunoco fuel and Goodyear tires.
And as you say it, Brad Wilson comes over the radio, says he is going to come down to the pit lane this time.
And there goes peeling off the racetrack, and Carson Bechtel's coming right down behind him. I'm a little surprised by Bechtel. It's only been 24 laps since that Wannagoons car was on the pit lane, but...
Maybe Bechtel thinks he can make it from here, pitting early to get on those fresh tires, and going to run long to the end.
Just don't see that being the right move. I don't think they can make it from here.
It's right at what we believe to be the edge of the window.
Yeah, I mean, if you're clutching, maybe.
Trent said 32, so maybe you can stretch it to 35, and that's right where we're at. But that's
risky. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's certainly stretching it a little bit.
When he could go another 8 laps, it doesn't make much sense.
At least another 8 laps, yeah. And Trenton's needs going to come down this time. I've always been a big proponent of pitting late, not early, because you carry a tire advantage for longer.
Trenton's going to make it 35 laps, but that's with 1 caution still in there. So even he can't make it to the end, I don't believe.
He's going to have 34 to go. it's going to be real close for him. But you would think everyone after this
Is good.
probably is solid. Trent
Yep.
overshoots his pit stall. No, he's in it. Okay.
We got a battle for the lead. Blake Giglio inside Bill Rivard trying to take away the top spot here at lap number 88. I have to say that for the Dale Jr. fans.
Oh, Cliff Mullins is on the racetrack.
Oh boy.
Cliff Mullins has exited pit lane.
Unfortunately for him, Kenneth Stout has left the server. Kenneth Stout packed up the hauler and left the track. Giglio clears Rivard for the lead. Hoytsma looking to move in.
John Garrett going to bring it down pit lane along with the 77 of Grantley Poole.
Yep, both of those cars 37 laps since they were last on the pit lane. Margison probably not too far away, and indeed he is coming down as well.
I think I bet Trent makes it.
All right, just to be contrarian, I'm going to say he can't.
Andrew Beach has now officially left the session, so we've lost him. However, he hasn't turned a lap in quite some time.
Travis Martin in 52, side by side, not for position. Brantley Bryant on fresh tires. Martin in 5th. So Brantley Bryant moving up the grid to try and unlap himself should the caution come out. Currently 12th. First car a lap down. It's Cody Brown on the 17. Fresh off the pit stop. John Garrett in and out in 16th. Trenton Sneed currently 15th. That's where he is settled in after the pit stop. He's got Wilson Prochatsky ahead, and then Bryant. So currently 4th of the cars that have stopped. Wolfenbarger hits the pit lane. In 39 laps, he had to come down. He can make it from here, I'm pretty sure. Would only have to worry about green-white checkers. Bill Rivard falling back into the clutches of Lucas Hoytsma. Lucas seems content to ride behind Bill Rivard. All these cars are in the window now. Who's going to blink first and make that pit stop? You see Bryant right behind him. Needs to pass the 3 cars ahead to unlap himself. Bryant running 31 2s. Our leader running 31 6s. 4/10 quicker still on those tires. Brad Wilson going around the 32s. Wolfenbarger gets back on the racetrack. Wilson's got 3.4 seconds to make up on Prochatsky, who's completed his final stop, and gosh, 8 seconds to Brantley Bryant, but Bryant, we don't think can make it.
Then there's no way he makes it, not without a yellow.
Gets by Hoytsma and Rivard. Hoytsma's going to use that opening to get by Rivard as well. You have to imagine now that we're at 33 laps on this green flag run, it's about time to start seeing the rest of the field hit the pit lane. Top 10 have not pit on this cycle.
Everyone can certainly make it from here as we're approaching 25 laps to go.
Definitely, and seeing these numbers that Giglio's put up now, we're at 34 for Giglio, Rivard, and Martin, along with Clapper-Newell, Greenwell, Trago, and Munchell. So Trenton may not be in trouble.
I was going to say, Trent's going to make it then. Trent will make it. Trent will find a way to make it.
He's clutched at a couple laps. I think he's going to make it.
Exactly.
Especially now Giglio putting up 35. Still not been to the pit lane. The 52, Bryant unlaps himself. So now we have a car on the lead lap that's already made their final stop. Trevor Trago brings the 91 to the pit lane. Here comes Blake Giglio. Peels it off the racetrack. 16. Heading to the pit lane. 10. Bill Rivard right behind him. Also bringing down, I believe that's Travis Martin.
It is indeed.
So quite a few of our top 10 decided this was the lap. 25 to go.
Quinn Newton's going to come down this time. I suspect Lucas can't go too much farther than the rest of them.
He had 1 lap extra through the pit cycle. Everybody else is
We'll
36.
see
He was 35. So I'm guessing he's this lap or next lap. Man, it's going to be this one.
And here comes Lucas coming in really hot, but he gets
Big
down to
slide.
pit road sideways.
Big slide across the line.
And he's going to need all of that time to try to lose as little as possible to the 16, the 10, and the 63.
Like Clapper Newell also on the pit lane. That's going to give the lead to Brantley Bryant when he comes around. It'll be a race to see who can run him down.
Lucas Hoytsma right sides. Team's going to go around to the left side of that race car, get the left sides up in the air.
There goes Bryant to take the lead. Of course, we don't think Bryant can make it.
Lucas off of pit road, so now we're just looking for the 16. The 16 and the 10.
I don't know if that's all. Giglio's coming in a hurry.
Giglio's going to get him with the momentum. But he's going to stay in front of Bill Rivard. And now Lucas with a lot better tires.
22 slow on the apron. I think he may have ran out of gas. Grant Harrell just coasting down there. Hope that doesn't bring out a yellow. And they won that down 21st.
Brantley Bryant has this like he's going to bring it to pit road this time. Kind of split his final run in half.
Probably the best he can do, really. Here, Wolfenbarger, he can make it to the end. He's currently running in the lead, and we'll look at the timing and scoring when Prochatsky gets there. 1.6 ahead of Prochatsky.
Wolfenbarger ran a 30.477. 447, sorry. Blake Giglio with a 30.4 flat. So not a lot of difference there.
And Blake is 5.5 seconds back.
So doing it by 4/100ths every lap. He's not going to get there at that rate.
Not at that rate. We'll see what this lap provides.
Wolfenbarger 30.6. Blake Giglio with a 30.38.
That will get him there. That will get him there.
Yeah. That's 0.3 a lap.
A little
Does
over.
that get him there?
It's a little over 0.3. And he's got 21 laps to do it, so yeah.
That would be that would be almost 7 seconds, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Blake Giglio, if he can maintain that pace. But the issue here is he's got Lucas Hoytsma on his ass.
Yeah, but I don't think Lucas is going to race him until it counts. You know what I mean? I think right now they're going to try and work together until the pay window opens.
Blake Giglio 30.45 that last time by. Wolfenbarger 30.88. So Wolfenbarger starting to fall off rapidly.
Yeah, Wolfenbarger's in traffic. Had to get by Cody Brown.
See what he can do with a clean lap here. 30.9. The Blake's 30.2.
They're catching in a hurry.
They are indeed. The reason we are comparing to Blake and not someone like Wilson, Prochatsky, or Sneed is
Blake's got the freshest tires. Oh my God, it's getting scary. Wow.
He has the freshest tires, and he is going by those drivers as we.
Oh, he gets into Wilson.
Back to Wilson.
Wilson trying to help his teammates out. He's dooring the shit out of him.
Yeah, I don't think Wilson's gonna appreciate that.
Oh, he's drifting up. Woo! He definitely gave him no quarter, that's for sure. Trenton there in second going, please don't hit me.
Trent tried to get out of the way of Blake Giglio as Giglio went the same direction of Trent. Nearly got into it bad there.
And
both
there
of
you
them
go.
are around Trent and Sneed, and now it is Wolfenbarger, Giglio, and Hoytsma with some lap cars in between.
Man. I think 17 to go. Blake catches him easily, the way these numbers are starting to unfold. Wolfenbarger's falling off quicker than Blake is.
Blake only needs 0.23 seconds per lap, and he's averaging close to half a second a lap. He's going to get there with plenty of time to spare. But is he going to be able to hold off Lucas Hoytsma? And by the way, none of this matters if we get a yellow.
None of it, but we're having fun. Quick run through the field while Giglio's on the march and getting it under 3 seconds here. We have Wolfenbarger out in front. Blake Giglio is second, Lucas Weisman third, Bill Rivard is fourth, Trenton Steed your top five, and Brad Wilson, Jeff Rachatsky, Travis Martin, Cody Cleaver, Quinn Newton your current top 10. Carson Bechtel's 11th, John Garrett 12th, Trevor Trago 13th, Grantley Poole 14th, Zach Margerson 15th, Davis Greenwell 16th, Jeremy Claver-Newell 17th, Jay Munch 18th, Cody Brown 19th, and Brantley Bryant rounding out your top 20.
Oh, Wolfenbarger with issues with lap traffic. Who else other than Daniel Llewellyn?
Who happens to be teammates with those other two cars that are chasing down the 32. Just to add another wrinkle to the fun.
They're going to clear Wolfenbarger with the fresher tires.
Llewellyn 7 laps off the pit lane.
That lap killed Garrett Wolfenbarger. That was a 31.5 to Giglio's 30.7. 8/10 of a second.
Heusman was quicker than Giglio that lap. Something to keep an eye on.
By about a 10th, and that's kind of what I expect tires to be worth, about a 10th a lap. But as you alluded to earlier, Lucas probably not too worried about it before they get to Wolfenbarger. And in just another lap or two, they're going to be in the same camera shot.
Down to 1.5. And look back. There is you can see him back there off the back bumper. Wolfenbarger, no lap cars between them. Those next two white dots, those are Giglio and Heusma. And they are getting larger and larger very quickly. Gap under a second.
Wolfenbarger, 31.4 again to Blake's 30.8, so 6/10. So they're going to be there basically into turn one next time by. And then it becomes Giglio and Heusma. A battle as old, almost as old as SRL itself.
Just about.
For the race lead at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The good news is if you're Quinn Newton, you don't care who wins.
Yeah.
7-1-2, gonna go to victory lane either way if it's one of those two.
Giglio is there, right on the back bumper of the 32 of Wolfenbarger. He actually has to slow down to not run over Wolfenbarger.
And that's good for Lucas Heusma, who has a massive run down the front stretch.
Wolfenbarger holding bottom, going to send Blake the long way around.
Oh, I don't like Lucas going to the bottom there. That's going to check him up right about here. Wolfenbarger doing all he can to try to hold on, but it's just
Nothing.
nothing with those tires.
Blake to the lead. Heusma going a long way around Wolfenbarger. I think tires is the reason Lucas went low that time. Wanted to conserve and not have to run the high line an extra set of corners.
9 laps to go. Giglio versus Heusma. And I think now that they are 1-2, Heusma is going to do what he can to try to get to the race lead. He's got a small run down the backstretch.
We also have to worry about Brantley Bryant. He's on fresher tires and going to try to unlap himself during all this. And oh, by the way, that's a teammate to Wolfenbarger.
Giglio up the racetrack a little bit, trying to protect from Heusma. He's got to run. He blocks low. Heusma to the outside of Blake Giglio.
Didn't side draft as much as I thought he might into the corner.
Giglio drove it in hard to the bottom. He's going to slide up right into...
Oh, into the wall! Both cars into the outside wall of turn number 2. This is good stuff.
Both drivers really wanting to win this race. Heusma with the slightly fresher tires. Teammate to Blake Giglio. I said Quinn won't care. He'll care if both those cars wreck.
Giglio now has right rear damage. Heusma gets to the inside, little contact, and I think Heusma's going to have him cleared into one.
He is indeed. He's going to throw it in. He's going to slide up just a little, protect from Blake Giglio. New race leader Lucas Heusma with 6.5 laps to go.
I don't know if Brantley Bryant is pushing Wolfenbarger or if he's trying to pass him.
I think he's trying to push him, but he's going to need a little more than a push.
Yeah, I don't
the
think
tires just can't do it.
Yeah. I
his
just
best
noticed.
interest is his best interest is to try to go unlap himself to get back on the lead lap.
I agree. Hoytsman now running the top with the laps winding down.
Kind of
And-
looking through the field, not a
Blinking.
lot of cars around each other for a possible yellow.
No, Cleaver and Wilson near each other for position. That is 8th and 9th at this point.
Brantley Poole and Jeremy Clapper Newell side by side.
2 of Cleaver inside Wilson for the 8th spot. Wilson, oh my gosh, Cleaver got tight on the bottom. Then a little bit of snap loose as he tried to stay off of him. Still going to clear, and Cody Cleaver moves into 8th.
Lucas Hoytsma setting sail, lapping his teammate Daniel Lawal, and he's already pulled out to nearly a half-second lead.
I'm not going to comment on that. Wolfenbarger hanging in there in 3rd. Bill Rivard, I thought maybe he'd get up there and challenge Wolfenbarger with a little bit fresher tires, but Rivard hasn't gotten up there. He's hanging in that 4th spot. Travis Martin hanging on to a good 5th spot finish at the moment. Trenton still 6th. Very good night for Trent. Always good at Charlotte. It's Quinn 7th. Cody Cleaver now 8th. Wilson's 9th, and Prochatsky is 10th with, I believe we're looking at 4 laps to go. Shepard Trago 11th. Bechtel 12th. Davis Greenwell 13th. John Garrett 14th. Jeremy Clapper Newell 15th, and Grantley Poole. Clapper Newell's going to get John Garrett here. Got 3 laps to use those fresher tires. Drives his Toyota to the bottom, and I think he'll move his Canada machine. Canadian car. Trying to say too many words at one time. Garrett using the highlight and holding off pretty good. We're showing you this because, well, there's not a lot of other cars battling for position right now. Cliff Mullins looks like he's still dog tracking down there in the bottom lane. Clapper Newell gets the pass made. Lucas has 1 second on Blake Giglio. Wolfenbarger's another half back. Then Bill Rivard another half back.
Cliff Mullins actually gained, I think, 4 or 5 positions by doing that.
Yeah, he did. He passed quite a few cars. Good on Cliff. Got around Banky, Beach, Stout, and Elston.
Yep, get those points where you can get them.
Jumping around looking for any battles as we wind down these final few laps. 2 laps to go. Hoytsma 1 full second on Blake Giglio. Wolfenbarger 3rd. Gaining a little on Blake, but not enough to make it matter in these 2 laps. The push from the teammate is helping some. It is not enough.
Lucas Hoytsma, already a race winner this season. Out of turn 2 for the final time. He won at Pocono just 2 weeks ago before our week off. He's going to come to Charlotte, paint a bunch of awesome looking race cars, get spec maps to match, and he's going to bring that patriotic number 97 712 brakes Ford Mustang off of turn 4, and he's going to win at Charlotte.
Here, Wolfenbarger gets 2nd. Bill Rivard 3rd. What happened to Giglio there?
What did happen to Blake Giglio?
Looks like he gets into the wall a little bit. Watching the replay here. Yeah, he got the wall in a straightaway.
That's certainly odd.
Very odd. I think maybe he was looking in his mirror, not where he's going. And
No, I know what happened. Blake
What happened?
Giglio did not want to do an interview.
so he drops to 3rd on purpose.
Drops to 4th.
Yeah,
Blake didn't want to interview.
there you go. Should we pull him in anyway?
Absolutely. We're not going to let him get away with that.
Blake, DG, and Hayden in the booth. You got a copy?
What going on?
Not a whole lot. We're just trying to jump in your car and see what happened there at the end of the lap. We saw you were 2nd. Next thing you know, we're 4th. What happened?
I wanted to see how the wall was in 3 and 4.
Did you think you were going to get out of an interview?
No, I would have left already if I did that, but
So were you looking out the mirror and just didn't see the wall?
no, I saw it. I was curious if I just held it wide open if I could go faster.
Oh, so you were trying to Kyle
Yeah.
Larson, Ross Chastain kind of thing, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, I already got a win, so I mean,
Might as well
between second
try.
and 4th, it ain't too different.
10-4. All right. Well, thanks for the entertainment. We appreciate you. All right, go get us that winner guy.
All right. I keep forgetting we're not actually in the broadcast channel.
Lucas, unmute yourself.
Lucas.
He's muted.
Lucas.
Hello?
There we go. Well, you started on pole. You converted to a race win. But that makes your night sound a lot more straightforward and easy than it actually was. Kind of walk us through it.
I mean, the start got the pole position. That was, that's good. And then, I mean, I felt pretty good throughout that first run. Was trying to save tires, and the caution came down for fuel. Didn't end up taking more than a gallon, so then came down to make sure I could make it. Ended up not even mattering, but that put me on the tire strategy that was on. And I think that's ended up what helped me out here was having the better tires than those guys on that restart when I went green, and then being able to run longer on fuel allowed me to take have the better tires toward the end. So me and Blake definitely on the right strategy there, and we kind of got into each other there at the end. But that's just hard racing.
10-4. I enjoyed it. It was a good show. You put on a great show, and the cars look beautiful. We appreciate all the work you put into our series here and all the effort you put in to get in on these theme stuff. It's always fun. So congrats on the win, and you got those friends, family, sponsor shout-outs tonight.
Yes, sir. Just big shout out to 712 Brakes. Quinn, make sure to check out his Whatnot streams. And Low Drag, Spit and Venom, CTC, and you guys for doing the broadcasting. Arc Music for putting the series on. Travis for all the work he does. And everybody who raced tonight. It was a fun one.
Forgot one.
The best drummer this planet, Randy Lee. Shout out to Randy if you're watching.
There you go. All right, man. Congrats on the win tonight. Get on out of here, enjoy it, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Lucas is now all alone in Low Drag.
And he leaves immediately. We'll bring second place finisher Garrett Wolfenbarger down with us. Garrett, how's it going? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I got you. That was very interesting there.
Yeah, it was. You were sitting there third on the final lap and ended up getting second place because of Blake Giglio driving into the wall.
Yeah.
Kind of walk us through your night and how you feel about a second place finish.
Second feels. I mean, I didn't know if I was gonna have a top 3 car, and getting second felt pretty good. Just that clapper wreck kind of messed up my strategy a lot. Just kind of put me off everyone else's strat. So once that happened, I had to get tires and a fast repair. So I was trying to be a little cautious, and then everyone started pitting again for gas, and then I was like, I can make it to the stage. So just stayed out, and I don't know. I think I got maybe 3rd or 4th in the stage, and then after that, it was just go until I'm out of gas, and then somehow I leapfrog everybody, and then was leading some laps there, so that was fun. And then just tires ran out right there at the end, just no more grip, and they started passing me, and then I don't know what one of those lap cars was doing. I think I was leading, and that lap car hit me in the back pretty good, and I almost died. And I think it actually helped me a little bit. Car got a little looser after that. And then,
was it the 23?
Yeah, started catching Blake again, and then last lap he decides to hit the wall and give me a spot. So I'll take it. Always nice to get another spot and get second instead of third. So we'll take it, and definitely a fun race.
On that final run there, we saw your teammate giving you some pushes. Was that some teammate help trying to see if you could get back to the front, or just try not to get in your way?
I mean, he was trying to catch, and then he got the wall, and then after that, he was like, whatever. And I was like, just push me around the track, see if we can try to catch these guys. And they were getting real racy up there, so I thought maybe they were going to wreck a few times off of 2, and just never happened. But people take second.
They succeeded. They just didn't crash that bad.
Yeah.
They definitely got in the wall hard after hitting each other. Well, congrats on a strong run. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for us tonight, sir?
Yeah, Shenandoah Shine, Mooncar, Brantley and Bradley for racing, Wall Magnet Photography for doing screenshots for me.
Hi, Brandon.
And, Brantley, Katie Designs for making my paint, and you guys for broadcasting, of course, and then running these leagues. So had a blast, and hopefully we can get a win tomorrow.
Hell yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, sir. Good luck. And
the Glen, gonna be fun.
Oh, it is, and it's gonna be on 9/11. Gonna be a good time. Get a patriotic car done by your Katie Design since you have a painter.
I'll try to tell him to make me one. He's been slacking recently. I don't know why he hasn't made one.
Do it. If you have to, send me your paint, and I'll just stick flags all over it.
All right.
All right, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you.
All right. That is second place finisher Garrett Wolfenbarger. Now we bring in third place finisher. Well, I'll be damned. It's Bill Rivard.
Hi.
Hi. How was your night? And, well, how the hell did you pull off the top 3?
Well, it wasn't earned because Blake decided to take a header into the back straight wall for some reason. Yeah, I was telling Garrett, Blake doesn't care. He's got his win, and if he's not winning, he doesn't care. So it's Blake.
Well, we made sure to interview him anyway, so he didn't get out of an interview.
Good. Good. Make sure he fucking stays there.
Well, it looked like it was a fun up and down night. You were kind of towards the front the whole night. Early on, it looked like you were, I don't know, charging and just using up the tires while you had them, and then trying to hang on by the end of the pit stops. And is that kind of your strategy was?
Yeah, honestly, like I've forgotten all ability to save tire. I don't know. I can't do it. My tires were dead by the end of that run, and Garrett, I couldn't catch him. I was hoping Wallen was gonna do his thing and just block him the whole time, but you can't get too lucky.
Yeah, the Wallen giveth and the Wallen taketh away. You never know when he's going to block you too.
Oh yeah, I mean, I still playoff race in the trucks here. He turned me going in the trials.
See, drivers don't remember anything now.
Oh no, I never remember anything like that.
Well, congrats on a strong P3 run tonight. Looked like it was a lot of fun. You got the friends, family sponsor shoutouts for us tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I got just the SRL league. I'm teamless. I'm just a guy out here. Shout out Omar in my chat right now.
Hi, Omar.
Putting up love. Thank you for the paints this season. It's been great. Hayden's being awfully quiet. I don't trust it.
Blame Hayden.
I've got all the other interview questions, so this one's Swiss's.
That's fair. But no, just appreciate all you guys. It's a fun race. Besides the constant chatter on the radio, that was getting annoying. But anyway.
All right, we're gonna teach you live how to do your interview. You're gonna look at your car and you're gonna read the sponsors off of it.
Yeah, sure. Let's go. Fort Worth Screen Printing. DG Swiss, Brittany. We got a lot of things on there. I don't know.
Yeah, Fort Worth Screen Printing, gsracing.com, the Spit and Venom Podcast, Maconi Setup Shop. Those are the main ones.
When have I ever been a good interview?
That's why I'm teaching you. That's why I'm teaching you live. So if you're going to run top 3, we're going to have to teach you these things. Well, we appreciate you racing with us, Mr. Bill Nye, the Science Guy, and hopefully we'll see you back here tomorrow night, or you don't do cup. We'll see you on the truck race.
Fuck that cup car.
We'll see you Thursday night. Yeah, I agree.
Yep, I'll be there.
All right,
Fuck
bud.
the cup car.
Hayden, you have any last words for Bill?
No, I think he ended it pretty well with
the fuck the cup car?
next gen.
Perfect. Yeah. All right, cool. Appreciate you, Bill. Get on out of here, and we'll see you Thursday.
All right, see you guys.
We'll stick him in the broadcast booth just to confuse him. Well, Hayden, what are your final thoughts on the race tonight before we get on out of here from Charlotte?
I mean, that was probably one of the better races we've had this season. Good start, a little bit of a lull in the middle with those cautions, but at the end we got a green flag run. We got, a full green flag pit cycle, and no stupid overtime attempts to cap it off, and best car won. So, great race. Everyone did a great job, and we'll pack it on up and move to next week.
I think those Shenandoah Shine cars might disagree with your best car won the race comment, but we'll move on. Yeah, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. Very entertaining race, especially the second half when things got to go green and we got to see all the different strategies play out. That was a hell of a lot of fun. Keeping track of it was a great time. Even hanging out with you in the booth was fun. I don't say that very often, but just so you know, I did have fun with you.
The two commentator thing is certainly an interesting and fun dynamic we're bringing to Xfinity this season, and I'm proud and happy that we get to do that.
10-4. Well, for Hayden up in the booth, it's been DG Swiss from the DG Broadcast Network. Hope you guys had a great, wonderful, fun time hanging out with our broadcast. Let's run through our results so we can get the hell out of here. Well, it's going to start on the second page. That's a weird place for it to start, but we're going to hit reset. There we go. Lucas Hoytsma gets the win tonight. Garrett Wolfenbarger, Boulevard, Blake Giglio, Travis Martin, your top 5. Trenton C., Quinn Newton, Cody Cleaver, Brad Wilson, and Perchotsky pick up top 10s.
11th is Trevor Trago. Carson Bechtel brings it home 12th. Davis Greenwell 13th. 14th is Jeremy Clapper Newell. 15th, John Garrett. 16th, Grantley Poole. 17th, Joe Munchel. And 18th is Zachary Margerson. And that ends your lead lap cars. 19th is Brantley Bryant. And 20th is Cody Brown.
21st, Gatlin Downey. 22nd, Corey Deal. 23rd, Grant Harrell, Daniel Wallen, Cliff Mullins, Scott Elston, then Kenneth Stout, Andrew Beach, Matt Benke, and John Neckrich, your top 30.
31st on back is Ashton Tackwell, Michael Deach, William Ashebrander, Dave Hoytsma, and Michael Edwards rounds out the cars that started the race.
So that'll do it here from Charlotte. We'll quickly breeze through our sponsors so we can get on out of here. Thanks to our partners at Wild Horse Broadcasting, Fort Worth Screen Printing. I'm trying to do these all in order. Arc Music. What's Wednesday? 712 Breaks, Quinn Newton over on the Whatnot, so check that out. Awesome card breaks that he does and auctions some stuff off, so check that out. Thursday night we have, fill in my brain, Hayden, I'm missing it.
Thursday?
Yes.
Thursday is Frisbee.
There we go. Frisbee and the Wanted Goons putting on our truck series. Yeah, my brain just went totally blank. Without having the graphic in front of me, I'm confused. Friday, we have the DG Paints doing the GT3s. And we have, what was the other word? Golden Eagle doing our Super Speedway series. And I'm going to get it. CTC Race Network doing our IndyCar on Friday nights, and Sunday we have the Spit and Venom podcast doing our short track series. So appreciate all those folks that help us go around, all the admins that help all these leagues get put together, and of course all the racers and all the fans that help the community be what it is. So we appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night for the Cup race. That'll be broadcast over on the CTC Race Network. Lucas with the broadcast there, and we'll be behind the wheel and in a fire suit, so that's going to be hot and sweaty.
And we'll see everybody next week for Arc Music Xfinity at Kansas. Bye, everybody.
Kansas should be a great time. We'll see you then. Have a great night. And YouTube's wrapped up. Awesome. Now we're just Twitch stream again.